that out of hostiles, um, and then Objective Alpha is a
Hello,
entirely
everyone.
military based op 4.
Hey, firm. It is believed that they
Whew.
have set up some sort of fortified position at that point.
All right, Roger. Okay, so Alpha Bravo on me.
Tempted to fix me a sandwich real quick. Probably should have done that before I started. Whatever.
Prerogative. Do you want me to go get
Just
a
the team
truck?
leads.
I'm eating none today.
Sure.
I'm wondering, how do I survive without eating nothing today? I don't know. Literally, like,
So
don't feel hungry, but I know to myself I haven't eaten.
Okay. I don't care which one of you takes the VIX. Maybe Alpha, since Bravo had it last night, and you got an extra guy. So yeah. So I don't know. Maybe you could get Tell and Booker on it. That if they're down with that, that might be cool. Nibs. It's not their choice.
An idea. They can't see him. He's proning. Oh no, because if they crest from this hill, which of course they're going to be watching this direction because that's where our forces are at, or their enemy forces are at. So they should be able to see him from here. They can. No, actually not. Shouldn't be able to. They're quiet. Just make sure. I don't know if it was set originally or earlier. Let's see, go.
The dead silence continues.
Alright, good. So it isn't just me where he's not working.
Actually, it's a contest to see who talked first, and you lost.
I don't care.
Sorry, Reed. I was old when this started. Starting to feel ancient.
ALT.
Send it.
These
You were,
guys got
you were in
rockets.
3-4 back in the day, right?
No.
Wasn't you?
Only time I was in Havoc 3 was when I was the platoon medic, and then later on I was the platoon sergeant, and then the platoon leader.
Alright. I couldn't remember if it was you or someone else in 3-4 back in the day with me.
Oh, yeah. No, must have been somebody else.
Was now. Oh, I know who it was. It was Lion.
Ah, okay. Yeah, he's old like me, so I can see how you can mistake us.
That's just a 4-letter last name, that's all. I'm feeling pretty old myself.
Copy, will do.
No, it will. We're good. Plans are done. Brief your guys. Roger.
Joey.
Go brief your guys quickly, and then we're loading up.
Go, Alright, you got my
So somebody didn't
CLS?
set my radio up.
Take a mic.
Bravo, just get the crows lined up, and Alpha's doing their thing.
So Alpha, we're going to have Tholen and Littleberry driving the truck.
Yeah, you can
And,
brief them on the road.
The rest of us will be walking it once we get out there and
Dismount. If we don't have enough room, I'll strap Wang to the outside.
Yeah, let's move to the truck.
Mount me on top.
Copy.
Little Barry, you can have the
They can
driver's
fit
seat.
11.
Let me know when you're all in.
Crows, right?
Oh, with the crow? No, only 10.
Balthazar's in.
Tell, do you want to say T since I'm gonna
No,
be driving?
Bravo's
yeah,
all
only
in the
10
Vic, we're
because
just waiting
the
on Alpha.
commander seat is the gunner seat.
Yeah, probably better.
I wasn't sure if it was 10 or 12. They might need to take a normal one too.
I'll do it when we get in. Figure out which dick we're in.
They could fit 11 in the other armored vehicles, and then 10 in the unarmed.
First one here. 1-2, this is Aries. Confirm.
Said it.
Be advised, it appears Crow's vehicles can only take up to 10 personnel. You'll probably need to take a normal M2.
Maybe I'll be wrong. Let's see what happens.
Say again your last. Crow's vehicles can only fit up to 10 personnel.
10 beautiful personnel.
Roger. We're switching to the Vic on the right. We are switch to the Vic on the right. The next Vic over to the right.
So you talked to him as Havoc 1, right? As if you're
I
1-7?
call them as Aries, just
Oh.
to let them know.
But you talked to him as Havoc 1 though, right? Send orders.
Yeah, normally I talk to him as Havoc 1 if I'm sending down orders.
Oh, okay. On Tunic, right?
Walter's in.
Copy. Alright, I'll monitor it then.
Alpha Bravo, let me know when you're all in.
Alright, since you're next to me right now,
1-2, this is 1. Radio check 110 over. Let me Charlie over. Copy. Make sure Josie steps up if you go down. Over. I'm good to go. 1 up.
alright, I'm gonna go fix the sandwich real quick.
Alpha's in.
Since you're right next to me, instead of me having to send it to you on Android. You're back.
Well, Barry, I just took one of the AT4s out of the truck. You just want to put yours in it.
I guess we're back to me
Gas pump.
Okay. Someone needs to get the gate. Bravo, all comms 2 mics. I'll get the gate. Booker, while he's getting the gate, I'm gonna hop out, take this rear hatch, so get the air pointing out of it. Booker, I got it. There you go. Hold the Vic. Alright, continue. Back on comms. Copy. Dismount points coming up in about 30 Sierra. Dismount. Dismount. Tails out. Push to put the call through the reloading. Bravo, take us out. Follow this road out. Copy. Let's stagger on the road. Myself and Fall to the left. Grover, you and Arch on the right. Okay, from. Go ahead and take us out. Alright, falling back in the end of the deck. Watch for IEDs as well. Copy. Parker, can you take the rear left of the vehicle? We'll go. Alright, that looks good, guys.
That looks really good.
Copy that. Mosque up ahead. Yeah, firm.
Alright, semi back. Okay,
Advise HE's going to be restricted in here. We're taking a right here. Also, HE is restricted resources in here.
Right.
Copy.
Understood. Be advised, I have foot mobiles on the buildings to the southwest. Looks like militia.
They're armed.
Reference,
We got armed individuals left on the road, left side.
I'm moving to this pole.
Roger that. Get that Vic part out to the left here. Yeah, move behind some rocks. Get set base of fire. Moving on the left-hand side. And then Bravo will push in. Copy that. I'm with you. Start clearing through here.
I got another guy, 227, second floor
go left. Bravo's set. We're engaging now. Shots. Engage. Copy. West.
Alright.
Booker, you got eyes where we're just negating sporadic contact. They're all throughout the town. No specific direction. Roger.
Back on comms if you can hear me.
Town, no specific direction.
I'm on 3-1, back on comms, over.
Hey, firm, just took a guy out. Second floor. Cap engaged. Let's kill what we can see and we'll move. I'm pushing over to the left side of the rocks so we're not so clumped up and watching our left flank.
I just took a round. I don't know where the fuck the contact's coming from.
He sees me. Let's scare the gunner.
Walk to the west.
Alright, get in a position to try to cover them. Flank looks clear. Bravo,
I'm
start
hitting the
making
side of it.
your
I don't
way
think he
through
hears
this
it, but
rock
it's too much
formation
fire
to the
going off.
southwest.
So
Hey, Arch and Grover, try and make your way southwest toward me and Falter. They want us to hit the town from the southwest.
Bravo is supposed to be trying to look through southwest.
You come back down to where you were?
rocks on the town.
One more contact down nearest southwest building.
Archie, you bleeding?
Negative, I'm patched.
I'm gonna go grab my sandwich while I reload.
We're down by the wall down here.
Great overwatch of the town from our pause.
What the fuck is the contact direction-wise?
Sorry if you didn't hear the comms. We are down here at the wall.
I took down
We are
one guy
breaching now.
southwest, closest building on the left side of the road. Haven't heard
The rest of your team up there, they're back here.
Yes, I'll copy. We're waiting for him. We're gonna hold here for you guys to get up here, and we'll start moving.
Bravo went up on the rocks. We got a pretty good overview of the town here.
Shots northwest.
We had shots northwest, 288 in one of the buildings. Took them down.
I'll say all the rock from him.
Waiting to see how long it takes them after this to push
My
this
team's
down.
moving. We're gonna start clearing through this southern
Copy.
part of town. Over.
Roger. Alpha, push up as you need
Start
to.
clearing
just to
through here.
support.
We're not clearing every building. We're only clearing when we take contact from. So just kind of walk here until we get shot at.
So if you want to start pushing up to the
This
edge of the town,
white
go
building
for it.
just on our
You want us to
right
push up
had
with
a
the vehicle now?
contact in it.
Yeah, go
Let's
for
get
it.
in that then.
Alpha, let's circle back to the vehicle and start pushing into town. Bravo's already moving in. Copy, pushing back to Vic. Time now.
Are we marking buildings or?
Copy.
Negative. Only the stuff that we do clear.
Alpha's dealt. Go for Alpha. Interrogative, since they took the north
When I grab the
south
street.
side of the road, you want us to push over and start clearing
Copy
the
that.
north side?
We're just clearing some of these two stories we took contact from. Then we'll start. We'll continue moving west.
Do you want us to go a certain side of the town?
That's what I wanted to hear.
Just kind of watch the roadways.
What happened?
No, he said they were going to clear the buildings they took
Basically,
contact
you're
from,
gonna
but
kind
otherwise
of just
they're
stick a
gonna
little bit
push.
far back, right about
Roger.
where you're at right now.
Carol, I'm moving up on the road. I can't see around the bend.
I'm with you.
Copy, hold it. We're just gonna cover them from here. Maybe take that vehicle off to the left a little bit. Maybe take that vehicle off a little bit. There you go. We're just gonna hold here and cover.
Alright, let's continue moving. Alright, we're continuing our movement southwest.
Oh no, I know this. Don't worry,
We
RPG
actually had
gunners.
better overwatch from up the hill, but
No, there weren't really any RPGs. They weren't supposed to stop too long.
Roger, I know it's gonna be a little shitty, but if you want to push up a little further, you can. We just gotta stick together.
Also, there weren't.
We're up here at the
gunners 'cause
schoolhouse
I
right now. We have no
turned them
contacts.
all
I'm
into
fairly
marksmen
certain
when I
we're
tried
clear.
editing one of them to be a marksman.
Okay,
We're
Roger
gonna
that.
clear out this school and then we'll be done. Me and Falter will take second and third while you guys get the first.
Same for one over.
Town appears to be clear of most contact.
Alpha, we're going to continue pushing up on this road.
If you're no longer taking contact, push through the factory. It's not the objective. Objective is the civilians in the town to the south and the fort on the hill. Over.
So, copy, 1-2 out.
Cleared out
Alright,
the way.
so go ahead and push up. Alpha to Bravo's pause. We're gonna mount back up at the edge of the town since we're not taking any contact. Alpha copies. We're gonna push back up
This
to...
is Bravo. We just cleared out the schoolhouse.
push
We're
back
clearing
up
here.
to
Come on
Bravo.
out. Back
Man,
to
it's
the
so
road.
cold.
Just mount back up since there's no more contacts here.
Come on out back to the road once you're done.
I like being cold, but man, it may be really chilly.
Good go.
Like what I did with the oil field to the south, even though they probably aren't going to get to see it.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Actually, yeah, they're going to drive right past it.
Alright, Bravo, push to the edge of the town.
It said they pay attention
Push
to it.
the edge of the town. Same setup we had on the road.
Oh, they're going straight, aren't they? Yeah, they're going straight. You won't be able to see that much.
Maybe 50 to 100
Oh, yeah.
outside.
Once we get about 50 to 100 meters outside the town, we're
We're
gonna
gonna
mount back up.
push outside the town to the west, 100 meters or so, and then we'll mount back up there.
And technically, it might be a better route if they go take a left, but
Munson, do you have a
Oh, well.
lie detector on you?
Yeah, and then go across the field.
No.
Yeah, it will be good actually. Isn't it defilate? I think I looked at it.
I'm gonna move up on this defilate just
Yeah,
a little bit.
somewhat.
Kind of gave him a convoy
Just
route.
trying not to get blown up.
Copy.
Yeah.
Like, once they get to that dismount point, they should
we'll mount up at
realize
the T.
that the road's a stupid way to go, and they should push across the field.
Yeah.
Should be
We're gonna mount back up at the
intersection
T
up
here.
And bound with the cover they have.
Be
in
advised,
the middle.
armed for mobiles, second
Somewhat
floor buildings to the
cover.
201, that next town over. Range is 870. Copy. We got armed foot mobiles 201 in the next town, about 800 meters over.
Roger that. HE's going to be restricted in there as well.
Mount
We
back
have
up.
civilians that we need to keep alive in there.
I'm deleting the dead guys.
Mount back up.
Copy, mounted. Roger.
Careful you don't delete half the refinery while you're at it.
Falters then.
Oh no, I removed all objects.
Okay.
Bravo's all in.
Oh, I'm sorry guys, I forgot. I thought I had my mic muted.
Then
He's
throw
heard me
one
drink
over.
some drink. Sorry.
Would you mount it back up? Oscar Mike to the second DM point.
Everyone copies over.
1-2 out.
Alpha's in.
You want full contact reports or nothing, or what do you want?
Send up contact reports as you take significant contact over.
Alright, I'll just treat it as realistic then, over.
Copy that. Over.
1-2 out.
Copy last.
Copy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna shoot him because he was, but they would have dismounted too early. So I'm gonna shoot him once they dismount. That way, the machine doesn't shoot too early.
Well, you already shot, and if you can see him, open up.
No, I didn't shoot the AI shot. That's why I controlled the machine gunner.
Yeah, but if they're gonna dismount in front of the town, open up.
Copy, I see. Yeah, Roger, I see him.
Out.
Dismount.
Put some fucking fire on that
Calls
crew.
Booker down. Alright.
got a bearing?
Up to the southeast. Bravo, go ahead and just
The
get in
buildings
these
on the
rocks,
fire.
start
Going out
returning
190.
fire.
South. Bravo's engaging, time now.
Roger.
Contact
On the hill southwest. If we want to head southwest, we can use these rock walls.
Once we get clear of most con...
Yeah, hey, start moving south. Start moving south. Use the
Actual down,
defilade.
actual down.
Go ahead and move out.
Bravo's
Go down
moving
suppressing
south.
fire.
We're using the defilade.
Alpha.
Crossing underneath.
Alpha.
Down, by the way.
Shit.
Roger that. You might want to... I hear him back up. Yeah, south is your best bet.
Copy that. We got fire coming.
Bravo,
from trees, 205.
Alpha. This is Alpha.
Watch out that hill. That hill.
Nibs is down.
Yeah, got him.
No,
negative. That Munson's down.
Contact's down. Yeah, keep moving. Keep moving.
He's up. I just heard him.
Hey, somebody check Solon. I don't hear that fucking 50 rocking.
He's down.
Right, Alpha, cover Bravo. Lift fire on them. They're going to be off to your left.
Alpha, make sure you cover.
I just got hit really fucking hard.
Bravo, if you want to keep to your east a little bit more so we don't fire over you.
Does Alpha need to move up?
Copy that. Hold what you got. Reorient a little more direct south so they're not firing over us.
Copy.
We're reorienting. We got hit by a burst of a PKM. We're bandaging up and then we're moving.
Roger.
Archer's putting 40s to the southwest of the left side of that hill. Hold your 40s. Hold your 40s.
Alpha,
On
once
areas
they get
outside
into
of the towns as
defilade,
well?
into that next hill over,
Never mind.
they're good to move the pickup
for sure
towards
on
east
the
and then
outside
push
the
it
town.
south, kind of the same way they
Hey,
do.
firm left side of that hill. Copy that. Keep going.
We're gonna
I got a yellow T-shirt and a window. I'm not sure.
On the hilltop south,
Nix
187,
is up.
200 meters.
Hey, break. We got possible civilians up in the windows. I'm seeing civilian shirts, no weapon.
Roger.
Also bearing 181 due south.
On this one, two over.
Also, I need to fucking mic up here.
Send for 1-2 over.
You should have put mortar tubes down. Get these guys moving.
We're maneuvering in on the
Contacts direct south by the rock walls. The cement.
One copies over.
Copy that by those palm trees. We are
I don't want to throw
using
any more contacts at them.
outside the town.
Otherwise, they're gonna push to a town that's already dead.
It's fine.
Alright, let's continue our movement south.
Well, I wouldn't say dead because yeah, civilians in there, but they're gonna move into a town that's no more enemy forces
Alright,
because they
let's
killed them all.
round up to there. Bit of deflate.
Disregard. Just heard Axel say it.
Yeah, we definitely got civilians in the town, so
Alpha,
be aware of that.
you need to back up around this rock, and we're going to go south towards the next defilade.
Copy.
Here, I'll be advised. I'm a little bit behind you.
Ready to
Yeah,
move.
no, I'm waiting for it.
I'm good.
Is Nibs up?
Yes.
Are we moving up on this concrete wall? We're taking contact.
Yeah, to the left of this rock.
Copy.
Hear more shots from inside the town.
This is Bravo. We're on the little palm tree thing outside of town, moving up now.
I'll hang
Copy.
up
Alpha's
Kansas.
moving up. This courtyard's clear on the eastern side.
Yeah, copy that. Just take a look through these palm tree things. We're not going to clear them out completely.
Got to southwest.
Southwest copy.
On the roof.
Yeah, there you go. Get that guy on that rooftop with the antenna on it.
Eyes on that.
Uh-oh.
Alright, probably
getting
don't go
a glitch
much
again?
further. We can't really support you from here.
I didn't even get to
Copy
shoot
that.
that
We will
machine
hold
gun.
position until you
He's
guys
just
get to
gonna hide
us.
in the corner for a while.
Wonderful place.
Is that a
to
guy
park.
right there, direct west?
That's a civilian. That's a civilian.
Alpha, let's push
Oh,
up
shoot
a
him
little bit more.
Solid copy. Alpha.
I thought you were
requesting
talking about the
information
building to the
in
right,
regards
and then
to
there's
what
two
the squad is doing
civilians
as a
in it.
whole,
Alright,
and,
Alpha, let's keep moving the Vic up.
which is what's
Bravo
probably
to Arch.
Yeah, hey.
We got a ton of fucking civilians in this town.
I think I got a glitch right now where I can't control the AI. I might have to relock standby.
Copy.
Bravo's holding up by
Yep,
those rocks
relogging.
for us to move up a little. Wrong channel. Bravo's moving up a little bit further towards
Check
those rocks, holding for us to move up more.
Oops.
Yes. When I just asked you
My bad. Jesus Christ. I'm Our move is closer.
Again, keep a lookout for civvies.
Just watch your civvies.
Move this in closer.
Copy, I got a BTR and truck reinforcements coming in from the Bravo.
You guys just keep pushing up through the
Roger.
section. I'm with you, Bravo. We're trying to get out of the shoot you. Step on right one.
Pushing over here to the south. Trying to get
Oh,
into
fuck that
direction
guy.
before this is full.
Fuck this guy. I'm going in.
Going in behind you.
I got
Got clear.
shots coming in from my south. I have no eyes on.
Second one's clear.
Getting
Ow.
contact from a roof,
I'm
south side.
meant to actually climb up that, now
the roof.
Next
fall.
building over.
I'm
Bravo.
on you.
Yeah.
Clearing this last.
Yeah, firm. I'm checking.
Contact south side.
I'm gonna watch this
building
from
room.
you.
Think I can get a
Yeah, on
nade in
the other
there?
side there.
I got a civvy over here.
I'm gonna get a frag in there. Hang on.
What are we
My
doing with
BTR
the
got
civvies, by the way?
severely lost.
No, don't worry about the civvies.
Let's go. Let's go.
on.
On you.
There's a guy in here. You can lit my ass up with that PKM.
Alright.
Alpha, let's
Ah,
push
fuck.
up west through the town here to.
Be advised, Carol's down.
Copy, moving.
Copy that. Pushing to you. Let's get to him.
You're gonna step up here.
He's back up. We're good. Alpha's pushing up into the westward into the town to get closer to Bravo.
Roger.
Alpha's
Roger.
Looks like it's no longer lost anymore.
Bravo already coordinated.
Oh no, the Urals is on track. Where did BTR go?
All the buildings, I mean.
BTR's behind it a long ways. I had to delete it and replace it.
The ones like.
Oh, okay, I was about to drive before you did. Never mind.
The BTR is gonna drive up to the LZ marker I have down and drop troops off first if it survives
Roger.
that long.
Alright, we're moving
Get up to the
towards you
balcony
guys.
of this building here that we're just
Bravo, did you clear?
That hill is very steep for that
south
BTR.
to your position?
Hey,
Oh
we're
yeah,
on
that
the
thing's
last, little
BTR
Yeah.
70s are so slow.
I just hope they fix the armor values because I heard that the armor values were sucky for it.
I know we slapped one with an AT4 last night and it didn't die immediately, but at the same time I think he hit it roughly center of mass and that's not going to do anything to it.
Here, I'll mark in buildings.
Copy that.
Because the center of a BTR is the passenger compartment. It'll kill the passengers, but it's not going to disable the vehicle in any way.
Be advised, the buildings are clear.
I'm back.
Right, I got a squad moving in on them from that they haven't noticed yet.
Copy.
Alpha copies.
Alright, let's line up on
Bravo's
the road
reported
facing
all
south,
buildings have been
same orientation.
copy that.
I grab the gunner on that BTR and take pot shots as they walk out into the open.
Everybody gonna continue moving out south?
Yeah, if you've cleared everything, hold
Contact
on the
south.
south. I'm
Shot
just finishing
south.
clearing some of these this last few buildings out here.
We got sporadic contact from our southwest in the hills. We're moving to engage.
Roger.
Smoke that motherfuckers.
Bravo's
There's a
engaging
whole squad
contact.
moving in on us. It's south side.
On this one too.
Danger.
Oh, that was a nice 40.
Several.
Now eyes on here. We're taking contact from the southwest from squad size element of infantry. We're engaging in
Frag
south
that, Grover.
next objective. Over.
Over to the right, to the right.
Have that down southwest. Moving up to these rocks.
Inbound south.
One, two,
We have a
contact.
Ural on the move south.
Range.
We got a Ural south. Ural south.
South.
Approximately 150.
Roger,
There's a
your AT
BTR
set
down
up.
south.
I can't see it anymore. South
Got Vic
southwest.
in hard cover.
I'm gonna control the BTR if you don't mind.
I've got the gunner. You can take driver.
Roger.
Taking out the gunners.
One, two. We
got a
have
BTR
a
coming up.
BTR
Get out.
on the MSR to the south. Close to the man. Copy.
Alpha, can does anyone advise on that
got a
anymore?
shot.
Yeah, drive by fucking south.
Havoc on copies.
Let me know what you can see.
Still south.
Confirm.
See anybody yet?
Me.
Oh, they they shot the gunner right out of that thing with the M2.
Should've known that. I would've drove away.
Is disabled. Where it came from? Bravo guy.
Foot
Contact down.
Gabby's general area.
Recommend we push out, maybe flank on the side.
Got an enemy RPG over here if we need it.
This point.
I'm gonna talk with 20 behind that defilade. Copy. Alright, Bravo, push through, up until that last compound out to the south. Make sure all that's clear.
So, push up to basically
What do you want
where
Alpha
the
to do?
BD's cooking up.
Alpha, push up, get into supportive,
Alpha to stealth.
support by fire area, and we'll
Let's go ahead and
walk
push
towards
the
the
south.
Alpha.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna push up, south. It looks like there's a rock up there that we can
stay west or east of the
So basically, just get set up on the right side of the road here and cover.
Just, we call you so we know that you're up and...
Alright, we're moving to clear out that compound to the west of the BTR.
Copy that.
Roger. Alright, so we are moving up the road.
Yeah, Alpha, we're moving down the road south.
Booker was pushed on the east side of these
We can move
buildings.
up there.
Copy.
Yeah, don't get too close here.
We should also check that Ural.
Yeah,
So like on my pause, get the Vic like right about here or something. Just off the right hand side ahead of you. Yeah, we're moving up to this rock. Alright, roger that.
Let's say empty your all.
Alpha to stealth.
Go for Alpha.
Be advised, me and Booker are about 20 meters off the
We're
ASR
gonna
on the
push
eastern
just a little
side, so
past
we're not
this
quite so
compound and
bunched
check
up
these
over.
weeds.
Copy that. Alpha, you can get the vehicle behind the rock, sort of, or wherever you can cover from. You're right.
There's nothing in here. We didn't take contact from it. Pushing out. Alright, solid copy. Let's move a little further back. Where you cleared the compound, do you want us to hold on this road that we're on right now?
Pushed way out
Nope,
from Alpha.
go clear
just
that
FYI.
next walled compound just off the road. Once that's clear, we'll fucking mount up.
We've cleared the compound by the BTR. Do you want the ones cleared that's to the southeast?
A firm, yep, straight east. That's
We're gonna
southeast.
clear these compounds to the southeast, and then we'll fucking mount
Alpha
back
to
up.
stealth. Go for Alpha. Interrogative. What's
So,
going on
I
right
did
now?
see
Looks
one
like you could
dead
get for any
civilian in a
IDs or
yellow
anything,
shirt.
Because this is a
I'm
pretty
not
good
sure
spot
if they
for one.
killed him or
Bravo,
if
we
he
just
lived,
cleared the
because I couldn't
compound to
move
the
him after he
southwest.
died.
Right now they're moving to the compounds on the east side of the road that are south of us to clear it.
Copy. I removed some
We're still gonna cover them.
Oops. I removed the dead guy, so I don't know
Confirm.
if I deleted it still in there or not.
Check that second
Yeah,
one
you
up there.
delayed him, and I just can't move bodies, apparently.
Alright, Alpha, once they're clear, we're gonna
Copy.
mount back up just outside that first building.
Copy that.
Checkmate, Alpha.
It's all empty, nothing but walls. It's clear. Copy that.
Take up defensive position here to the southeast.
Copy.
Copy?
One. Alpha copies.
Roger.
Backside. Once Bravo clears
Alright, that's
that
all. I got a
compound, we're
military
moving up.
bunker over there
Alright,
to the
mount up.
southeast on the
It's clear now.
rooftop. I'm not
Let's,
seeing any personnel.
Alpha, move down this road,
Solid
regroup
copy.
with Bravo.
Alpha, if you want to just get in and roll up here, we'll bring it up here.
We're gonna mount back up on the road here.
No, we're already on our way. We're moving up.
Taking rear security.
Roger.
Give me that bearing again on that compound. Compound is 135. Oh, we got a military compound 135 at the top of the hill.
Is that a barrel sticking out there at the southeast?
Roger that.
If you see it smoking.
No, it's coming out of the compound there.
You can stop the vehicle right on the left side of this compound because there's a military compound to the southeast, so keep the vehicle covered.
The compound's a click away. We can't really do much from here.
Yeah,
we
137
definitely got
point pause
sandbags
there.
and
You
shit,
see something
fucking
sticking out of
about
the
a
back
clip.
end of the compound.
Alright, let's
Copy
mount up.
Go ahead and mount back up.
Mount up.
Copy, mounting up.
Booker's in.
Alright, basically it's pretty straightforward. You're just gonna take us straight east where you're pointing, and then south
Tells
down that road.
I like what you did with the compound up there.
Alpha's in.
Thank you. But I didn't put any static weapons on there because I didn't want me to put anything in there.
Oh yeah, no, that would be fun. I just didn't want like a massive HESCO fort.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just put it on a rooftop with some sandbags and bunkers. That's it.
Like that can be done quickly, but
Yeah.
you're not gonna set up that massive HESCO fort in a
Yeah.
day with a small force.
Made it seem like as if like this is they're like an entrance to a kingdom. They're gonna be calling somebody a king inside of there.
Then I've got side objectives set up, which we may wind up using.
Alright, we're gonna dismount just up at this sign up here.
Dismounting at the sign.
And then, Bravo, just get some recon out to our south-southeast and find us a good approach.
Copy. Alright, go ahead and dismount.
Dismount. Fall through the road.
Copy. Go ahead. Let's go ahead.
Bravo's going to move up and get us.
Yeah, go ahead and move to the southeast. We're gonna basically try and get us a attack plan for this fucking hill. So find us a good avenue of approach.
Pushing up the ridge line here.
I would be that guy and start shooting at him on the way up there. On the other hand, I can't see him, so.
Contact report.
Hey, you see that little ambush I got set up for him?
129.
Yep, I see the fire team.
Make that 2 times. Make the
Yeah, they definitely know that he's down there. There's also, yeah, that's a whole squad.
Be advised, there's more guys to the right of them behind the rock wall. 2 more. Copy that.
Yeah, copy that. RPG.
There is an RPG in this group.
Oh, they're aware.
Ooh.
Don't fire unless they fire on us first.
Oh.
Alright, fucking arch rock their ass.
Shots.
Alright, Alpha, get the Vic pulled up. Start returning fire.
Top of the hill. Alpha, pull up.
Taking fire from bearing 131, top of the hill, 500 meters.
Arch, when you can, get up here to
from
us in this compound. There's a second story we can set you in. Copy that, moving.
No vehicle. So disappointed.
Back on covers.
This compound's
Cover
clear.
that. We're just moving up cover southeast.
Copy. Bravo set up in the compound. We're on the second story. We're gonna put some fire on those motherfuckers.
Roger. Have your other guys just make sure all these other buildings are clear. We don't want any surprises. Say again, bearing up
They launched a 40.
We're on it. We got him.
One tree, top of the hill.
Ooh.
Bravo set up in the second story and they're engaged.
It's like they had the crow or something.
Alright, compound's entirely clear. Alpha, if you want to pull up, get some nice hard cover.
Alpha copies. Alpha, you can pull up on this road to the next part.
Wow, they see everything.
Reloading.
Yeah, I can only range up to
Bravo, once Alpha gets set up here, I want you to kind of follow that road and get on that hard rock cover just to our south.
They have thermals or something?
Sit up behind that building so you can cover.
They are seeing me through these trees like a mofo right now.
That for 1 over. 1-2 is dismounted. We're engaging some auxiliary forces on the edge of
Alpha,
the
you let me know when you're fucking ready.
and we're gonna start maneuvering now. Over.
Have 1 copies over.
Actually, not fucking. Let's just go.
Pushing up to the buildings. Yeah, are you gonna go down the road, Alpha Bravo?
Yeah, firm. We're moving.
The trees have much smaller render boxes.
Alpha, you might need to
Alpha,
get
if you want to bring it in this fucking little alleyway, I need to cover perfectly.
Roger.
Working on it.
RPG.
Roger.
RPG.
Just an RPG.
Yeah,
go
fucking
right past
RPG. We're trying to fucking get on that.
We somehow someone's right here.
Find that motherfucker.
Correction. Alpha set.
I'm fucked up. I'm gonna
RPG might have came from 122.
We're looking for him.
Alright, I'm black. I scared him enough.
Unrestricted here, so let it rip.
HG's unrestricted here, Arch.
Copy that.
HG is free to fire.
100 to the compound wall.
Copy, clearing HG.
Alpha, are you set to cover us while we push up this hill?
Booker, are you doing?
Yeah, I said Alpha's
Hey,
set
Booker.
here. You want to smoke
My
them out on
apologies,
our
we're
next
gonna go
movement?
Copy that.
Yeah,
Unless
Arch.
Carol has a problem with that.
No, hey, fuck it. If you want to
Party
smoke,
them
we'll
up
move
with
up as soon as your fucking smoke pops.
Yeah, so Bravo, start working your way southeast up the top of this thing.
Yeah,
Over
solid
like
copy. We're gonna
400
smoke
meters or
first,
so.
and then we're gonna move.
Roger.
Alright, we're gonna be good to move up as soon as this plumes.
Good shit.
It might be better if we
I
actually
think we're
push
good.
up to that rock you're on now. Booker, I'm pushing up to the second floor in this.
There's smoked out, so you can do it.
Southeastern.
Yeah, go for it.
Copy. I got this guy in
Let's
RPG, but
push
he's
up to this
pressed.
rock down the road. We might have a little more elevation up cover.
I'm gonna hoof it all the way to this big rock formation in front of
Advise, there's an RPG gunner prone on those rock walls. Bearing 120 somewhere.
Copy, we'll find them.
We're being
There's a
actively.
guy with an RPG at 128 on the rock walls.
Buried?
We're not gonna stop. We're just gonna roll right the fuck up there. There's no point in stopping. We can't see anything here. These rocks.
Roger.
Hey, keep pushing. There's no point in stopping at these rocks. We can't see shit.
I'm aging the rock wall.
Copy that. We're pushing past the rock town now.
Look at this suppressive fire they're hammering into this RPG gunner's rock.
They say ain't peeking at me this time.
Alpha's still.
Alright, I hit it pretty good.
This is Alpha.
Hold it. Yeah, copy
This
that.
guy's moving for a long time.
Alright, roger that.
Yeah,
Sit on those rock walls so we can get out.
Let's move up to this rock
Copy
wall.
that. We'll hold
There's
it.
a big rock structures down the road.
Hey, move one more wall, and we'll hold at the crest so Alpha can get
Moving.
Bravo's moving now.
Yeah, right there, right there. Don't go any further.
Copy that.
Alpha, what's going on? I haven't heard
Yeah, try not to move any
Alright,
more.
beginning, pull back. You're way out of visual.
Oh, I see you. I see you. You're gonna die, man.
Alpha's moving up to this
Frag out.
Hey, don't
big
pull any
rock
further.
to
Pull back.
cover
Pull back.
Bravo.
Copy.
Frag out.
Taking
Fire east.
RPG gunner.
We're still good up here. We're just in the
RPG
trees.
just came from the northeast.
We pulled back a little bit.
RPG 118.
Everybody up.
Arch is on.
Pulse is up.
Rover's up.
Move back down just a little bit.
Alright, Alpha, keep pushing up.
You guys good over there?
I'm pinned.
Grover and I are pinned.
Copy that.
Might want where?
I'm not sure. Looks like it might be
Alpha,
coming
try to knock out the
to that right
Yeah, we're trying to. We're
Grover
over
and
at
Tower
130 PK Empire right now.
147 basically straight up. If you want to make it back this way, I got you covered. Big copy, Connie's reloading.
Copy.
Trying to put a 40 in that tower.
Copy.
Gun is good.
Good fucking shit.
Sorry, Alpha move. Next rock 130.
Alright, let's put one more hold at the
Moving.
rock wall.
Alright, Alpha, get up here.
Alright, we're holding at
We're
the
on our
white
way.
smoke.
I'll watch the east, make sure no one comes up on our left.
God.
The next big rock, not these small rocks.
Alpha, you might want to go on the north side.
There really isn't a good spot this big.
Alpha still. We're already on our way.
Is that
Go for it.
in the hill to the front of us?
Even at those big rocks,
Yeah, I
you're not
think
going to be able to
that's
see
on
Bravo.
that
We're keeping
staircase
too
right
much
there
foliage
where
in
the
between.
park
Recommend we
marks
push past the rocks and continue up to their location. Over.
Copy, wait one. So Alpha now has a bunch of foliage between Bravo and you. Where do you
That little gap right there to the south.
Just on the right side of the south corner, there's gonna be an entrance.
Copy
shift
that, get up there.
northeast?
We're gonna offer an entrance.
No, push west. You can get up here on the west. Or
Alpha,
outside.
I'm not going to be of much support here.
Hey,
There's
Monster,
too
we
much
got an entrance trying to get to the left.
Alright, copy that.
Alpha 1 is running around to the south.
Contact down, contact down.
Alright, if you're Vic's in a good spot, then you're good.
But otherwise, come over here on the south side and push up.
Be advised of this.
Yeah, we're not. There's too much cover for us to cover, so we're moving south.
Copy, Roger on ammo.
There's a nice fucking hard wall up here that you can sit behind, so just work your way up.
Repeat that for ammo.
Alright. At approximate.
Someone just said repeat.
Holding at the entrance of the compound. Let us know when you want to move in.
Talking there.
Alright, roger that.
Hold off for mortars.
Just hold right now.
I know, it's not Ulsa.
Over here on this side. Alright, there's another entrance right here.
Since I picked up AT, I had to put one of those boxes
Copy that, we're
for you
holding
inside the
close
big, but there's
If
200
we get a
around there,
grenade
then
and
I've got
get ready to run
still
out.
for you. Copy.
Alright, Alpha, what I want you to do is park the Vic somewhere where you can get good eyes out. Well, get it up here
I'm gonna
first.
get up on this hill.
Park it right in line with this fucking wall.
Front. Alpha, I recommend we push around the right-hand side of this, or left leading side.
And then have your security team watch this exit right where I'm at.
Get back on the wall.
Copy.
I'm shot friendly.
Alpha, we're gonna push directly southeast up to this corner of the wall.
Sorry, buddy.
I'm gonna shot you.
Park the Vic up here.
Arch is green.
Run.
Alright, the other team is pushing on that shit on our left.
Side of the wall.
Alright, so just lock down this fucking entrance right here, and then have your Vic fucking watch down and watch these resupply
I thought I
routes.
heard Reed somewhere.
Got him.
So Vic, you need to pull up here along this wall, just right in front of you, and watch southwest down into the valley.
We got a shooter to one of the southern buildings on the rooftop.
Booker, you watch my right.
Roger.
Reference sandbag rooftop. I'm gonna get a 40 up there.
And the rest of the Alpha, we're gonna watch this.
I'm dead.
Bring this directly to the left of the Vic.
He's back up, Mitch. Or Falter.
Oh, that's too high. Rip.
Next time I call you, Mitch will fucking shoot me.
Can we please request Bravo stop shooting HE in our direction?
Are we ready to breach this thing once Grover's
Bravo, this is Alpha. There's possibly some of your agents.
Roger, that should be the last one.
This motherfucker over the top. Wish I had a frag.
Are we ready to go?
Acknowledged.
Alright, let's get in this motherfucker. I'm gonna flash around this corner.
Arch is down.
Okay, yeah, let's get Arch up and then we'll push.
Oh, he sees me.
Alright, I'm gonna bounce it off the wall. Copy. Go.
Oh,
Falter, you got a big opening to your left.
oh my god!
You got an alleyway here to your left.
No on you, Falter.
Bravo,
Alpha
or
scout.
actual, this is Bravo. We are inside the compound, so watch your fire.
Watch those windows, Grover.
Stay firm.
We're here. Copy that. We'll start.
Be advised.
Arch is clear in here. Yeah, be advised, just took down one guy to the southwest corner.
Say again your last.
Gotta pull that guy off that window.
Watch that tower. Our southwest on
Grover and I. 4 people in this compound.
I got
no frags.
Grover, you going?
Hey, one of those AIs are glitching through the wall. You might want to move them.
Which one?
Alpha Vic, make sure you
The one in the building with the guard tower.
roadway to the southwest covered every once in a while.
We need to get on the second floor of this.
It's good now. It's good now. Don't worry about it.
Alpha, we got a hostile in that compound building with the
Clear
overhead.
around
They've
the
been
corner. He
shooting at
can't
me.
see me if he is up there.
Copy.
Go ahead.
That's a convenient tree.
Yeah, it really is. You wanna
Is that a good
try and
description?
push
Building with the
onto that
overhead?
house right there?
Copy.
Yeah, I'll push over.
You wanna
Push
go?
our
Alright.
building
Yeah, I'll
with
go.
the sandbags on top of the roof. Second story.
Alpha's taking
'Kay,
fire
set.
outside here from the building with
No
the
eyes
sandbags
here
up
though.
top.
Ooh, taking fire.
We're still clearing at this time. We got about
Ready,
Related,
Falter?
they're
Oh,
working
he's
on
fucking
sorry.
right on us. He's in that guard tower. The stairs are right here.
Copy that.
Gonna toss a frag up there.
Copy.
in this building.
Oh, surprise, motherfucker!
Behind the building.
A gate cover from there since it's some more
Where?
useful here.
Right beside us here.
Alpha
I can't tell if
copies.
he's up.
We need to get up here in this building.
Love it. They rushed me hard. Probably could actually back the Vic in here.
Alright, I think we are clear. We got this
Alpha's
one
cover.
last building here.
Alright, big building's clear.
Okay,
Alpha's
copy
covering
that.
from the west entrance.
Alright, we're all clear. Let's get out
Pop-
to the southeast here.
Wait till they say the compound's clear, and then you come out and shoot him.
Hold defensive positions.
Wow.
Bravo covers south and southeast.
Alright,
Alpha,
push over and
continue
watch
holding
the-
where you're at
make
and
sure
cover
nothing
north and northwest.
Bravo, can we get up on the rooftop of the building that we just cleared and use these sandbags up here?
On this one too.
Alpha copies.
And have better eyes out. Yes.
Answer for me.
Shoot.
Vic, if you can cover
you stay up there,
the
so
range
Stay
north
up there with Falter. I'll be out with Grover.
west.
1-2, this is 1 send traffic.
Copy.
North to west copy. Be advised.
1-2, this is 1 send traffic.
Did you say he got yeeted?
He got heated.
Guess not.
He got armored, I think. Never mind.
Move
he
this
fell off the building.
closer.
This is 122 IC stepping up on 110, over.
I'll get him healed up.
Be advised, I don't know if you know this, but squad leader's down, so if someone hasn't stepped up, they gotta.
Yeah, stepped up already. It's 122 IC
Carol,
stepping
I'm up on the
110,
rooftop
over.
facing southeast.
1-2, this is 1 send traffic.
1-2, this is Bravo 2 AC stepping up.
Oh, I'm just stepping
I'm
up.
good.
Our actual down.
Jesus Christ, can no one hear me or something? What?
I got eaten by a building.
You guys
Where's that
just have
fire
a fucking
coming
guy below you.
Where?
Do we
That
know?
just fucking snuck out like he's the damn
Get
Pink
a
Panther.
contact report for that over.
Maybe
Is
we
he on
haven't
the
found
rooftop
anything out
or
where it
Negative, he's below you, down below in
I'm
the
asking
garage.
for it.
Do you want to push back in and re-clear it?
I killed
Probably
him,
know where
but
the
I'm
fire
not
came
sure if
from.
that's the only one. I would go down there and re-clear with Falter.
I step back.
Not getting any feedback.
Hey, Munson, you just fucking had a guy below you fucking sneaking around. I dropped him, but I don't think that building is completely clear.
Okay, maybe. Let's clear it out.
Bravo just took out an enemy and they're clearing some building right now.
I don't know, you're just fucking sneaking around, like I said.
Right, well, it's clear now. We'll get him back up. We just had a big explosion off to the southeast.
What was that?
I think there's an RPG that got shot and its timer burned out, so I don't know what direction it came from, but it exploded to
Alpha
our
command.
southwest.
Grover, come with me.
Yeah, there was an explosion.
Save that one.
Southwest and repack max.
Keep an eye that way, but I can't see anything.
That was an explosion from an RPG, unknown location.
Compound is clear, waiting for further orders, over.
Anyone got thermals?
1-2, this is Havoc 1.
Thermals will take it to the next town.
Town to the south is occupied.
Oh yeah, I see him. He's fucking
Correction, southwest. Grid rep
Direction.
063.
Got it.
031 is occupied by more OP4 and civilians. You are to clear it out, same as first one.
Yeah, he's 243.
Rogers, run it.
Too far, what an idiot.
Town of
4-3
Horror
with an
Con,
RPG
over.
on the rooftop.
Good watch, there was
Yeah,
another
he's still
not
sitting on the
marked
roof,
on the map.
200.
200
It is at grid
RPG.
rep.
2463031, over.
Alright, eyes on, Hill 227, 06303.
According to the tablet in the far,
good readback.
that village
are like 800 meters away.
Quick shots at me. I'm going to cover.
We're gonna be hearing a small village at the grid rep. Break. 063031, reference Hill 227 at the T intersection, just southwest of our plaza.
What's going on currently?
Alright, Alpha, get good good eyes out to the southwest. We're gonna walk the Vic down there.
We're getting ready to go attack downtown.
Copies. Yeah, I'm getting down from the roof.
One copy.
Alpha, we need to get good eyes to the southwest. We're going to be walking the Vic.
You're gonna send some reinforcements into that
It's
compound.
occupied by civilians as well as OpCop.
We're taking small arms fire from the southwest. I think the compound's about 800 meters away to the 235.
Civilians in this next town that we're going to.
Alpha's taking small arms fire from the southwest now.
The vehicle right now?
Pot shot.
Roger that.
The vehicle is up by
Need to suppress the fire up.
or where we bring
That's our objective. Right, what you're looking at. So Bravo,
I'm gonna go see if
go ahead and work your way down off the hill on the south side.
That hurt it.
Alpha, what's the range on those targets?
Let's go ahead and start moving down the south side. Or just catch up with us when you get those 40s.
Interrogative.
Solid
Why
copy.
you done with an M4 then?
We're moving now. I got my Grenadier. He's black on 40s. He's trying to get some out of the Vic and then he's moving.
Roger.
Yeah, BTR 70s are slower than literally everything.
Alpha, can we get a thermal scan to the southwest from actual?
Sure.
Alpha, can you look out with your thermals down there and see what's in that town?
Who's on that 50 count?
They got a marksman out, guys.
Son of a
Keep your heads
marksman.
down. Get that
Arch
50, just some
has
suppressive fire.
yellow on 40s and I grabbed a couple of mags and Polter, I got a couple of frags for you.
Alpha, can you shoot down there to the southwest, or are you out of ammo in that Vic, or what's going on? We can shoot, but we don't have eyes on it.
Can you tell him to start fucking
Advice actually does not have a thermal.
Roger, we don't have eyes on it, and I don't have a thermal, so unfortunately can't direct.
Should we hold up a little bit, Carol?
Can't even see where my
Alpha does not have thermal
arms are going.
anything in that village either.
Oh yeah, you did say there were civilians in there, didn't you?
Alpha Stel.
Who is that?
That sucks.
This is Alpha.
We are currently 300
Yeah, we're just
meters
waiting
from
for
where
Arch,
first
and then we're
Bravo is. Recommend we move over.
We're just waiting on my last team member and then we're moving. We're about halfway there.
Alright, roger that. Hold your current pause, and we're gonna bring the Vic down. Right.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Alright, we're holding our current pause. They're gonna bring the Vic down to us.
Alright.
Alpha, we're gonna
Right
move
here.
down there, southwest.
bring
The
the Vic
ditch is
down
right
and,
there.
we're gonna
1,
meet up with
2,
Bravo.
3, 4. 100 meters.
We're still gonna go a little bit
We're
south
holding.
here and then turn west, I guess, or southwest.
Be advised, there's a flying BTR, southwest 236.
Be advised, our
800
team should be getting our 5th man back here momentarily.
Flying?
It was briefly flying.
Apparently there was a flying BTR out to the southwest. That's some kind of new military weapon? Hovercraft.
Alpha's taking sporadic fire on our way down here.
Alpha Stel.
This
We
is
do
Alpha.
not have eyes
Request
on the
tech
town
in
at
service
this time.
specials booker. In other words, send it up to actual.
I got it.
Need re-insert for specialist Booker.
Alpha
So let us know when you want
To move again. No, that's
Alright,
what wasn't working.
once Alpha gets set here,
Actual,
go ahead
this
and
is
bound to
Alpha.
the next run. Send it.
Need tech insert for Booker.
Already sent it. Alright, Alpha, go ahead. Correction. Bravo, go ahead and fucking push the next rock straight west.
Yeah, we're moving straight west to this next rock.
Alpha, push for next rock straight west.
Are we holding here?
Is that a frag
pushing?
that
They
fell
holding?
over
What's
there?
the plan?
Alpha's pushing for
No,
next
Alpha,
rock
they
straight
can
west.
hold and cover them as they push across.
Alpha hold,
I'm
Alpha
assuming it
hold.
was a stray 40.
Copy, holding.
Moving to Mount Kickass. We are
Yeah, don't tip me,
covering
I'll fucking
Bravo
go
as
for
they
Kick-Ass
push
right
west
now.
to straight rock.
Copy
Do
that.
it.
Yeah, that's
We'll
definitely a stray 40.
We'll just smoke out this whole hilltop, build Mount Kickass, and then move the Vic up and.
Oh, fuck. Grover's down. And Polter.
We got 2 down.
Yeah, we got
Oh,
two
well,
down.
that was a accurate blind fire 40.
Fucking JFK.
This is Alpha.
When we move request, we do not go where that GP fire keeps going off over.
Alpha, try to get eyes on where that 40 came from.
Alpha
We're
copies.
moving into the rock, so we're not treating them in the open.
Roger.
Do we have any idea where that fire came from, Alpha?
Negative, we have no eyes on.
I don't see him anywhere. That must have been the most
We have no
perfect
idea where that
40.
fire came from.
Ears on the Ural.
Is there an alternate route we can take to...
Yep, sent reinforcements in.
And I'll just pretend if I was them.
Find one? I don't know. I don't know of a better one. If you want to find something different, let me know.
If you want a BTR, one of them's down.
Ural, fucking about 10
Say again?
straight west break.
See, I would just bring in a mortar tube and put mortars on them, but
No, there's
it's too late for that.
Good hard cover up here if you want to push up.
Oh, okay, Roger.
Copy that. So, Bravo is engaging a dismounted Ural bearing 260 that they can see from their position, maybe 300 meters. 2 Urals, they're on the move actually.
We got 2 squads of infantry break.
Copy, no eyes on.
Let's...
We're engaging
That first
time
40
now.
got like
They're
8 of
moving
them.
up on us quickly.
Yeah, let's
Nice.
move up there, Alpha, let's move.
Oh, they're dying.
290 up to that rock.
Moving.
I didn't say they were that much of a threat.
Rick is moving. Alpha's moving 290, sorted to your north. There's a little bit more elevation. Maybe we can help cover you from up there.
Hey, firm, go for it.
We're fucking smoking their ass right now. Spread out just a tad. Get somebody on the left side of this rock.
Moving left. Vehicle
You hold up, let us get in front of you.
Where the fuck is that other Ural?
Yeah, we just fucking smoked those guys. What's up?
Also, you might want to push on the back side of this defilade from where that's
What's Alpha
at.
gets
So.
in
They were a lot closer than I thought.
Follow this defilade southwest to the east side of the town.
Yeah, 200 meters.
Solid
Oops.
copy. I'm assuming you guys.
Look at all the reinforcements.
Once we get set up here, Bravo's gonna be moving into that town.
The east side of Sector Bravo. We will be pushing in 2 mics.
Answer, I'm sad, Alpha.
Darn it.
Will do, we're still on our way.
Here, I'll give you some.
1-2, this is 1, Roger all over.
Copy up.
Could you order the guys to dismount my BTR?
Yep.
I'm probably just
Audible on a BTR or some cannon.
Here.
Side of the town.
There's audible on a BTR.
Possible audio.
That's vehicle southwest.
Disregard. That's a vehicle to the southwest.
It won't add it for me, so I can't really tell.
Copy that. We are black on AT.
Copy. No, disregard. That's a Ural. There's a Ural just west of my pod.
Disregard that.
That was G to. There we go.
We moving?
Yes, we are moving. Sorry.
Looks like we got another vehicle bearing 290. Yeah, we have a Ural.
Dismount it.
Down.
Walter, stay a little west.
Yeah, south and north. Looks like it's another
Whatever
road.
you
Looks
do,
like it's trying to
don't
buck
follow
off.
Alpha, how's
It may
it
have
looking
already
up there?
dragged troops to the back of it. Look like appear to be empty.
We have
Move
that
'em up
eyes
with
on
the
the
armor.
Ural 290.
Walter, what are you doing?
Moving on the town.
Right?
You said don't follow. I thought you were
Alpha said.
Oh, negative. I was skylining the shit out of myself.
Pretty sure I hear a BTR out to the west, though, too. Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah, no, that's for sure a BTR to the fucking northwest. Yeah,
Alpha,
just stay
we
down.
need
We
your
don't have
AT.
any. We don't have any AT.
That's the one thing I didn't take from the Vic.
Yeah, Arch, can you get
Alpha
that,
copies.
please?
There's definitely,
give me a range.
according to actual
Like
BTR
40
out
meters.
west, we need to get our
Eyes on
ready.
BTR. Booker, I need a range right in front of me.
Alpha, we need your AT like ASAP. I'm
guys to the outside. We're on right now.
Roger, hit it with the 50.
Infantry 286.
I gotta get down to that BTR.
Yeah, just stay down, stay down, stay down.
We got a man down in the valley, 286. Downhill from the BTR.
Grab the infantry.
Booker, you're not coming across. Can't hear you.
I can't do
Range
shit.
is
The
1
BTR.
Copy that, you're engaged.
Arch, hold it.
Good shot.
Dismounts.
Good shot, Alpha.
Still moving.
You're clear to pick up enemy AT.
Hey, we're clear to pick up enemy AT, so the next
Should be calling that up first before you clear it up.
Alpha copies.
Let's go ahead and move in on this fucking town. Let's go.
Please be advised, we're clear to pick up enemy AT if we need to.
Just grab another AT stick out of the truck.
Close one, two.
Our southwest.
Step one over.
We're black on AT, requesting clearance to pick up enemy AT.
Green on AT again.
Is it
1-2
actual
this
or
one,
non-tag
interrogative. Don't you have
effect?
18 in the back?
That's where I saw those other guys.
Good point. Over.
No, he hasn't said anything.
God, he has 2 more AT4s in that Vic.
We still have AT in the VIX actually, so use that up here before we start grabbing RPGs.
Trevor's got.
It's like, we've got a 50 cal and 2 more sticks of AT. What are you asking for RPGs?
That's fine, Bravo. If you're away from the VIC, then fine, but for Alpha.
That would have been hilarious if I just drove off with some assholes in it.
By the Ural.
Roger, Alpha, take your VIC down to the broken building just on the east side of town, or on the north side of town here.
Alpha copies. Alpha, we're going to move down to Bravo, move into that broken down
Bravo,
building
just
north
hold for
side of
Alpha
town.
and get down here, then you're good to clear through the building, or through the buildings.
Copies.
Looking northwest.
Door just open. Compound southeast. RPG just came from the right compound. We gotta get in.
I believe there was an RPG just
clear out that RPG gun.
the hillside there. The far just took an RPG up
Yeah,
there.
clear that out.
Near right. Copy.
Hello.
RPG gunner down.
Taking out
Alright, watch yourself. There's civilians in here.
Back on com.
I don't think this town's cleared yet. We're taking.
Ready fire up here.
Grover, you good? Yeah,
Roger that.
I'm back up. I got a mend. Bravo's working on it.
I got nothing to your right inside that compound. Copy that. We're moving in now.
I'm managing. Alpha's still interrogative. Which building are we moving to?
We are moving to the building on the north corner of the town.
Alpha, I'm digging you a vehicle bunker on my post.
And what are we supposed to do when we get there?
Arch, when you guys are good, you and Grover cleared to our east.
Set up security. We're actually going to stop at this bunker that actual building. RPG.
Kill that guy.
Vic is hit. Vic is hit. Vic just took a hit.
Contact down left.
We just took an RPG.
From where?
Left side, left
Behind
side.
the buildings are clear, Grover.
Southeast. Left side,
Correct.
southeast. The RPG gunner is to the east.
We're taking him.
He's down.
He's dead.
No eyes from
Copy that. Let's get in.
Second compound, the one with the big walls.
Bravo just reported they took out 180.
Alright, mission accomplished. I've got him next time.
Got anything?
How well was that Vic and cover? Was it just sitting out there, or did you just have?
They were driving towards where they were trying to go towards. And I thought I ranged it up to 300, but it was actually ranged up to 100 and hit it right from the side. But the Vic should be good.
That's fine. It happens.
Alright, Bravo, how's it going down there?
Little Barry, check in with me every 15 seconds.
It was inside of 150 meters, and they no medicked him.
This is clear. Contact down.
Just saw friendly casualties
Let's
go
clear
down
that.
southeast.
Civies in here. I'm coming out the
First
back.
compound.
Alright. The small house had
Got
one
nothing
in
in
it.
the
How
window.
you doing?
We are good.
They even kept the civilian in the building with the OpFor alive.
Rip.
There was an OpFor next to a civilian, and the civilian's alive, and the other guy ain't.
Vic is still good. Alpha be advised, wheel is fixed.
All about these guys I gotta care
Yeah,
of.
I don't think I'm gonna send him off to the final town. It's a big one.
Right side of the road.
Is it a big one?
It's bigger. That and I'll just let him out 20 minutes early. We're close enough. Plus, that town really isn't inside the AO that I'm allowed to use.
Oh yeah, definitely not. If it's not inside AO, then never mind.
Yeah, it was there in case they finished up super fast, but with the reinforcements, we slowed them down a bit.
Yeah, like so I guess all they have to do then is just establish these security. Then, since they're doing an assault, well, since they're supposed to be doing an assault, yeah.
You good? The vehicle pretty much in good condition otherwise.
We cleared the buildings on the western side of the road. Yes, we haven't cleared the mountain.
Yeah, right now they're just establishing what they've cleared and what they haven't.
The wheel in the vehicle has been repaired. It's pretty much in as good a condition as it's going to get now.
Roger.
What the fuck?
Where's the guy in combat fatigues?
This guy right over here.
You and Mitchell are.
Those aren't combat fatigues. Those are like cargo pants.
Whoa, you scared the shit out of me. That's all.
If they fortify
I'm so glad I did that.
over there.
How are you?
Some enemies out from the north. Over.
Sir, you really don't need to be here. Shit's popping off, and we really don't want to hurt you or your family.
We're building Fort Kickass 2.0
Thank you.
up
Bye-bye.
on the north side. So do you want to send some enemies that way and like 5 mics over?
Let's do debrief first and Fort Kickass second.
Do you want me and Rover to clear this
Pound that's 50 meters to our southeast.
Yeah.
Yeah. We will.
Or I guess mission complete.
Alright, we'll cover you from here, me and Falter.
We're gonna hit that right.
Say again, once you guys get that clear, we're gonna rally back up at the Vic and hold defensive positions.
If I get shot in the ass while I'm doing this, I'm blaming you.
By the way, Alpha, get the Vic in that nice little area I built for you.
Alpha, move the vehicle inside this I don't know, this trench / building thingy.
Trench / building thingy.
You mean the rise you're standing?
No, they built Fort Kickass last night and they loved it. They had a whole vehicle bunker set up with
cover behind here.
like proper foxholes and entrenchments in front of it.
LOL.
Like, it was a proper fortification. I liked it. Vic was a little close to the walls for my taste, but that's about as good as it would get with what they were using.
We were supposed to head back to the Vic, right? Yes, we're moving
1, 2, this is 1 over.
Send it.
Arch and Grover, do you
Index, rally on green smoke.
Negative, there will be belts in the
Bravo,
vehicle.
get back here.
Copy.
I got one.
Bravo's supposed to be regrouping with us right now. Hey, firm. Rally on green smoke.
Oh, you don't want to say index, you want to say mission complete because it's auxiliary operation?
Yeah, I said it, and I said index. I don't know.
Mission complete.
Mission
Safe Mountain got it.
Mission.
I don't know if Tell wants us to debrief on here, but we'll see.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying. We cleared like.
Oh, they want to counterattack? Oh, if Reed approves it, I'll. If they want one, I swear they're gonna have some fun.
So, because the counterattack, I'm just gonna give mercenaries and let Michael Bay do the work.
Yeah, I'm teleporting this if you want me to.
I got myself. Teleport yourself.
All the time, whispering in my ear. Mostly McCoy.
Mostly McCoy, yeah, for sure.
Alright, are we mission complete at this time?
Yes, I'll take.
Okay, then in that case, we need to disconnect. We do not do
Just
briefs
as I
like this unless
expected.
we're back at the airbase. So this is an active hostile environment, so therefore disconnect from the server, and we either that or we return to the airbase to do the debrief there. And then but if we're not going back to the airbase, then we disconnect and we do it inside, just verbally.
All right. Yeah, Roger. All right, disconnect, guys.
Copy.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know what to call that, if it was index or mission complete, or
Yeah, I was,
handle that in a training. So
that's something I'm going to go over here in a minute.
Just as I expected.
Alright, everybody okay?
Know when you're all off
Stay
server.
firm.
I'm off.
I'm off.
Arch is off.
Wings off. Falter's long gone.
Gilbert's up.
Rover's out. Alright,
Is up.
I believe that's just about everyone. Server is empty, so
To start off, you guys did a pretty good job tonight. I know you guys did a good job keeping up security and suppressing fire. I had a couple of those RPG gunners towards the second base, and you just didn't give up on suppressing them, so that was very nice to see. Didn't get a chance to stick his head up the whole time that you were moving up to the hilltop. So good job on that. Couple things I do want to address. At first, the bounding with the Vic tended to be a little slow. If we could get that sped up a bit between taking contact and then starting to maneuver, and the speed of the maneuvers once we do, that would definitely help the aggression levels. And then, real quick, just for everyone, there was a dead civilian. Did anyone here shoot him?
Was that in the final, or
It
what
was
the
in
final
first
towns?
town.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that one.
I didn't hear about a dead civilian on the radio. There was one dead civilian. I'm not sure if he was glitched or if he got killed in crossfire or something, because I did not see him get hit.
Swear to God, it wasn't me.
I know there were civilians in the marketplace at that first town with the open glass.
He was in a building.
He was? Okay.
He was in a closed-off building.
I have no idea. I know I didn't shoot him.
Okay. You guys are usually pretty good at telling me about any of that stuff, so I'm gonna write that one off as he was in a building with other guys and he probably got hit when an AI tried to shoot you. Or he just got armored. But, yeah. Otherwise, you guys did a great job. You didn't kill any of the other civilians, and there were like 40 or 50 of them. Even the ones that were in a building next to an OpFor, you guys got the OpFor without killing them, so you did good with PIDing tonight. Aside from that, you guys held pretty good rear security. There was that one guy, you missed one of the buildings in the compound, so just, even when you're clearing a compound with a big fortified structure, make sure that you go through each and every building. Because you guys all kind of got the red mist in your eyes, and you tried to charge that giant 3-story building with the sandbags on it, and you missed one of the smaller buildings that had OpFor inside, and he was trying to sneak up behind you. And that's all I've got for now. Anything from you, LT?
Yeah. Alright, so first thing to remember, these auxiliary operations, the key phrase in that is operations. These are done the same way, the same level of professionalism, immersion, everything, as the official operations we do every 2 weeks. Alright, you guys need to keep that in mind. That relates to everything that we do in this. It relates to everything in the way it happens. The way to look at it is, like a phrase I heard Captain use the other day, and I completely wholeheartedly agree with him, is you don't look at these as a squad training, you look at them as a squad mission. That is the way that they are to be handled. So keep that in mind as far as when you guys are running these things and you're doing your stuff as far as the debrief, everything along the lines. Keep in mind that that's how these work. Second thing I want to throw out there, the way you guys read the way you had the AI set up there so that these guys could see exactly what is basically saying what the fuck the PID. That was great shit. There's been a lot of fucking confusion throughout the entire company from a lot of people that I've been seeing, the different platoon trainings and everything else, where guys are being told the PID, and then I flat out ask, okay, well, what do they look like, so that I can try to make sure everybody knows, and even the leadership doesn't know. So, good job on that, making sure everybody understands what it is. Alpha, just want to go over some stuff with the Alpha team once we get done individually. Don't need to have the whole squad in for that. One thing we'll go over as far as the entire squad goes, though, is make sure team leaders should know generally what it is that this, the general objective the squad leader is giving out, and I assume Sergeant Munson was passing that down. That said, always be looking at from the perspective of, is me and my fire team able in a location that we can effectively do our part of the mission that the squad leaders passed down? If the answer is no, move. Take that initiative and move. If the squad leader said very explicitly, stay on this rock and don't fucking move from this rock, and it gets to the point that you're no longer effective on that rock, you should be bugging that squad leader saying, okay, we're no longer effective here, can we move? If he didn't explicitly say, be there on that spot, then take that initiative, work with your fellow team leader, and get to somewhere where you're effective. Specialist Nibs, I'm presuming you're new to team leading, is that correct?
Yeah, relatively.
Okay, all right. So, like I said, I'm not gonna go over all of that throughout with everybody. I'll just go over that with you here, and you and your squad leader here when we're done. Not to chew your ass, just give you tips on what to do. Contact reports, information flowing up and down. I don't know what's going on SquadNet. I wasn't listening to it, but make sure your information is going up and down. Wasn't getting hardly information down at the team level. That stuff needs to be passing up along. And then last one is spacing, or not, excuse me, not spacing, distance between the fire teams. There was one point I looked at it on my microdagger, and there's literally over 300 meters between the teams. But there was multiple occasions where there's 150, 200 meters. So you guys gotta be mindful of that. If it gets to that kind of distance, then you can't effectively support each other if shit goes sideways. So make sure you guys are keeping an eye on that. Sergeant Munson, I assume your comment is for me.
Yeah, thanks, LT. So yeah, I'll own that. And maybe I'm wrong on this. I just kind of want clarification. So the idea is that since there's a lot of open terrain, I wanted to have really large bounds, I guess, just for safety reasons.
Yeah, I get it.
To launch an RPG at the Vic and lose.
Yeah, and I get it, and that is a bitch of a scenario when you have that. As far as those type of scenarios, it's like that one that we had where it was over I think it was 330 meters when I looked. Yeah, and we were taken from that one compound to the last objective, huge downslope. I mean, it was just a shitty gig all the way around. Which then leads to the question: is that the best path to take? Would it have made more sense? I don't know the cardinal fucking directions, but from when we were on that compound looking down to the next objective, would it have made more sense to push down to the right and then swing over so that we would have had a hilltop in the way? Possibly. Something to think about as far as that goes, but always be trying to look at as far as how can you use that terrain to get it so that you don't have to make a terrible decision like that. So,
Roger. Thank you, LT.
Yep. All right. Other than that, Sergeant Reed, overall good mission. But like I said, I'll just want to go over stuff with you and Sergeant Munson. Are you normally his team lead, Private Specialist Nibs?
Affirm. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, just all three of you when we get done with everybody else. That's all I got.
Thank you, LT. You reminded me of one other thing I had for the guys. Just when you're in an objective, walking around, keep focused on what you're doing, but every so often just take a moment to look out and scan the horizon, make sure nothing's sneaking up on you. I sent in 3 different waves of reinforcements, and 2 of the 3 got within 10 meters of you before they were noticed. So just make sure that it's good to keep awareness of yourself and your immediate surroundings, but every so often just take a moment to step back and take a quick look at the bigger picture. What's happening outside of my immediate 10 meters. Okay. I'm not going to harp on you too hard because those guys had pretty good def light on the way in. Just something to keep in mind. Aside from that, anything from Alpha? Or correction, anything from you, Sergeant Munson?
I guess a couple things. I think overall we did a pretty good job. Well, in regards to everything besides the stuff we already covered. So I think you guys did a pretty good job. I wish communication was a bit better. When I was a squad leader, I basically had the guys down pat where I didn't have to say a word. And that was great, to be honest. So I like, even though I'm normally the team lead, Nibs, and if Jacobs is here, that applies to him too, as 2IC, but you both need to work a lot on just talking to each other more. Basically, you guys are the squad. You guys are the ones who need to be communicating, and I shouldn't have to really say anything. I'm just going to pass up what you guys talk about, and I'll pass down what platoon talks about. That's really all I'm there for. So I want you guys to start really taking the reins on like maneuvering and what to do and bounding and all that kind of stuff. But other than that, we'll work on that in our trainings going forward more. That's all I had.
John Munson. Anything from Alpha?
Negative from Alpha.
Special Snoops. Anything from Bravo?
Thank you, sir. Nothing from me. I thought we did pretty well. I really have no complaints from Bravo.
Thank you, Sergeant Carroll. Anything from Aries? Sounds.
Yes, thank you, Sergeant Reed. Just a couple things. Number one, you guys have the same problem my squad has, which is target acquisition. Everywhere I go as a Zeus operator, I get shot at. I'm just kidding. It's actually a good thing though. But excellent job on finding the target, especially the RPG gunner that was on the hill. You guys will see it and you will engage it, even though it's beyond your effective range. But at least you're preventing to keep his heads down, preventing him from peeking out, taking out your vehicle with the RPG rocket. Because when you're up on the hill with the RPG rocket, even though the range is 400 meters out, or was it, I forgot what the range was, but it's a little bit less than what actually I have to range out for, which makes me more effective to be able to engage you guys with the rocket. So excellent job keeping your eyes out for the RPG gunner to prevent it from immobilizing your vehicle, which is your only force multiplier that you have at your disposal, besides the AR. Then secondly, when you're getting engaged from a certain area, such as if a marksman has you locked down, you can't figure out where he's at currently at the time, don't keep moving from that same spot or peeking from that same area. What you hear everybody always say every single time is that peek from a different angle or call it up saying you're getting engaged somewhere from this location, so we could figure out where they're at and look for them from a different area or a different location. This way we could find the marksman and take them out. And it's not only for a marksman, but for anything that's locking you down and preventing you from moving from that area. Just don't peek it or move down from that area. Just re-engage for a different position or look for the position, because otherwise, one day when you peek over, he's going to knock you out and he's going to hit you right in the head, and basically it's going to kill you from that. So that's it. Thank you, Sergeant Reed.
Thank you, Sergeant Smith. Before I open up to the peanut gallery, thank you everyone for calling in. And I had one more comment. Just everyone on an individual level. I know it's easy to forget, guys. And I know that if you're not leaning, just from cover. Make sure that when you're shooting around a corner or something, take a moment to just look at where you are and make sure that you're actually behind the rock you're sitting on instead of next to it. If you are not leaning and you can see well around a corner, you're probably completely exposed. I know that's something that I just see on a repeat level, and it's something that you need to fix as individuals. Just take half a second whenever you reach a firing position and ask yourself, how much of my body is actually exposed to return fire? Other than that, last question. You guys have a good time? What? Alright, that's it for me. Peanut gallery, questions, comments, concerns? Going once, twice. Hold on. Attendance. Actually get Private Tholen in the attendance.
That'd be nice.
Yep. You worked hard for that attendance. Alright. At that, you are dismissed. Thank you all for coming.
Good job tonight, one, two.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Elsie.
Have a good night, guys.
George.
Start and read. Which channel would you like us
Good
to go
night.
to, or do you just want to keep your else out?
Which ones are empty?
You can go to mine.
Looks like Bravo is open.
Yep.
You guys, I'm sorry. You guys are planning to do a little fun up. I might do one soon, so stay tuned within the next 30 minutes or an hour.
Okay.
Hey Grover, so there for a second, were you guys in Bravo?
Yep.
Okay, I don't know if it was of any effect with you guys, but how was the cover fire from the vehicle?
It was great up until that last town, but there were civilians in the town, so you couldn't really do much about that.
Affirm, okay. Just wanted to know if I was on point or not, because half the time, to be honest, I didn't know what the hell I was engaging. I just started looking for your tracers, and after that it was on.
It But it's fine. I mean, there were civilians in a lot of the towns, anyways, and those 50.
I guess I forgot in this frame here. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. Possibility that we'll be doing a fun op soon within the next 30 minutes. So stay tuned. Get yourself some fun, and take care and be good.